Hi Hitham. So I've got your essay on changing jobs here, where you're looking at the benefits and disadvantages of changing jobs regularly. First of all, really well done. You're doing great to complete tasks, and it really is showing that you're kind of committed to improving your English, which is great, and it will be worth it in the end, absolutely. Let's have a look at what you've got then. So, starting off with the introduction, whether staying in one job is better or changing it on a regular basis is a debatable issue. It has been noticeable lately that many individuals prefer to regularly change their work. This essay will succinctly discuss the main reasons behind this phenomenon, and then we'll touch upon the contentious matter of whether the merits of changing jobs outweighs the drawbacks. Okay, well done. Great introduction there. You've mentioned that it's going to succinctly discuss the main reasons, and you've shown that in your introduction, which is really good. As well, your first sentence uses a nice kind of advanced structure, so whether staying in one job is better or changing it on a regular basis is a debatable issue. Really strong start, well done. Let's just have a look through. The second sentence is good as well. It's been noticeable lately that many individuals prefer to regularly change their work. This essay will succinctly discuss the main reasons behind this phenomenon, and then we'll touch upon the contentious matter of whether the merits of changing jobs outweigh the drawbacks. Okay, so there's just that one there where we should have an S on the end of jobs. But otherwise, fantastic start. Really well done. Okay, so moving into your first paragraph then. First of all, people change their work for two main reasons. Good, really clear. You're signposting the reader here, which is just what we want to do. Either because the job satisfaction is lacking or to chase a higher income. Okay. First of all, people change their work for two main reasons, either because the job satisfaction is lacking. Okay, what I would do here, instead of dividing this into two sentences, is to use a colon in between. Okay, so first of all, people change their work for two main reasons, colon. Either because the job satisfaction is lacking or to chase a higher income, full stop. Indeed, job satisfaction, no S on here. So we're on that second line of the first paragraph. So job satisfaction, no S, and work environment are crucial factors for job sustainability. Good, well done. If a worker does not enjoy peace of mind in his or her workplace, he or she undoubtedly would look for a substitute. Great, well done. For instance, a friend of mine changed his job more than a couple of times as he felt unhappy with his work atmosphere. Good. On the other hand, some people, in spite of being satisfied with their job, they would change it had they got a better offer. All right. Good. Before this is brilliant. This sentence, the reason I'm bringing this one up is because it's slightly unclear the meaning that you're going for here. So, when I'm reading it kind of suggests there are two possibilities here. Either you're saying if people got a different job offer, they would change it in the future, or you're saying if they had got a better offer in the past, they would have changed it. So we need to commit to one or the other. If those structures are slightly confusing for you, those are the second conditional and the third conditional. The second conditional is where we're talking about the future. So if something happened, I would do this. So if they got a better offer, they would change their jobs. So are you talking in the second conditional, or are you trying to explain that had they got a better offer in the past, they would have already changed it? Okay, so have a think about that one and see which one you are going for. And remember, those are the second conditional and the third conditional. If they are confusing for you, maybe look them up and see the difference. Alright, good. Hence, as it was briefly shown, job satisfaction and the search for a better paid job are the key reasons for changing jobs. Okay, well done. Yeah, I would take out the job and change it for jobs. Also, having said that, we've got repetition of the word job quite a lot here. So it may be worth thinking, can you think of a synonym for job, such as position or role? Okay. Moving now to the argumentative part of the question of whether changing jobs with an S has more advantages than disadvantages. Okay, good. Good. I personally believe that the demerits by far outweigh the positive sides. Yes, this is good. I can see that you've tried to vary your use of kind of the negatives or the disadvantages. However, it sounds a little bit forced here. So if I were you, I would stick with something like the disadvantages or the negatives. Okay, so I personally believe that the negatives by far outweigh the positives. We don't have to have sides here. We can say outweigh the positives. Okay. In other words, changing job will prevent the worker from gaining a solid experience in one job as he or she does not stay enough time to develop the required experience in a certain job. Alright, so same point here. We've got job quite a few times. So again, is there a synonym that you could use? Or is there a way to write that sentence without having to reference jobs many times? Good. Okay. There's this phrase in the middle as well, which is does not stay enough time. What we could say instead here to make it sound more natural is does not stay long enough to develop the required experience in a certain job. This may lead to a detrimental effect of the productivity of the whole society. So this may lead to a detrimental effect on the productivity of the whole society. Or also we could consider detrimental impact on the productivity of the whole society. Had it practiced on a wide scale. Again, this is where we get into conditional sentences. And this one is a little bit clunky. It's a little bit not quite right here. So this may lead to a detrimental effect on or impact on the productivity of the whole society if it happened on a wide scale, or if it took place on a wide scale, or if it affected the business on a wide scale. Okay. For example, society productivity correlates positively with job retention rate. Good, well done. As per a recently published article in The Economist. As per a recently published article in The Economist. Therefore, if a worker changed his or her job frequently, his or her work would deteriorate quantitatively and qualitatively. Well done. That's really good. Good, and then we get on to your conclusion. To conclude, as shown above, job satisfaction and financial advantage are the leading causes of changing jobs, although those might be perceived as positive points. The deleterious impact of low job retention rate on the community economy definitely offsets those modest advantages. Okay, so quite wordy at the end here. Although, no comma, although those might be perceived as positive points, the detrimental impact of low job retention rate on the community, or even just on the economy, offsets the advantages. Okay, so there are a few things that we can take out there just to make it slightly clearer. Okay, but this is a very strong essay. Some fantastic vocabulary there. Really, really good. What I would say is some of the phrases that you've gone for start to become almost a little bit confusing. So when you've tried to expand your vocabulary more than necessary sometimes, okay? So be careful that you're not making the text confusing by using words that maybe are not very natural, not very common. However, the vocabulary that you use on the whole is fantastic. So good phrases like undoubtedly, phenomenon, job retention rate. So your range of vocabulary is brilliant. Okay, so two areas really to think about are the repetition of words, so particularly job. There's a few examples in here where we've used job more than once in a sentence. Try and think of a synonym that will make that sentence sound more natural. And then also, as we said, try not to lose the meaning of the sentence by using very unnatural language sometimes. Okay. Really well done. Fantastic work. Keep working hard on these. They take a lot of effort, but it's definitely worth it in the end. Really well done.